Back again so soon. I know it's like I never left because I never did leave. We never leave. We just come back. All right, we're doing a little bit of a double feature today. Love me a little double feature. Cool, cool, cool. I lost my glasses. I had them somewhere. Doesn't matter. Hey, bro.
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
Good, 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 good. How are you?
Got my son over here. Just
Hi. What's his name?
his name is Zion, but I've got the headphones in, so he can't hear you. He's locked in on his iPad, so
Yeah,
this is ideal.
yeah. How are you? Nice to meet you. That's fine.
Yeah, yeah. So how's it going, man?
It's excellent. It's going excellent.
Oh, wait, he's looking to say hi. You want to say hi, Zion?
Hi.
What a cutie. You said
Yeah,
that you're a father?
yeah. I am. I have two kids. I have one daughter and one son.
That's amazing. How old are
Yeah.
they? How
Sorry.
old? How old are they?
12 and 6.
Okay, okay, all right. My son is he's 5. So you got any tips?
Be patient and listen a lot. Because I'm a teacher, so I teach grade 5 and 6. So I think the best thing is to I say the best parents whose their kids trust them to came and talk to them about anything. So which is it's hard to make, even like as a father, as a dealing with the relationship with student, how you can deal with this, like how you going to make them respect you, and at the same time they are not terrified of you, and also listen to you. So dealing with human in general, it's very difficult. So
Yeah, it's actually funny that you say that because I have this ambition in the future to actually adopt children. Like, I don't know, 10, 15 years down the line after I've become more financially solidified within this project and this career that we're watching blossom before us. And sometimes when I think about the concept, it's almost a little overwhelming, but it also feels like something I am called to do, which is all of this. I feel like I've dedicated my life to future generations and the promotion of human potential for the
yes.
youth, you know? And if I'm not interacting with them face to face, person to person, then it almost feels like I'm removing myself from the impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's part also, again, like when I started teaching, as like what is my mission or what I want to do with my students, and even it's aligned with health. Like I came from background as like I wasn't healthy, so I told my students, "You are lucky to have someone like me telling you now, be careful and be healthy," because I wish when I was in your age, someone came to me and told me like how to be healthy, how to eat healthy. So it's the purpose of next generation. Like I said, like one of my purpose why I'm a teacher, because like I put my, like we say print finger. It's like in Arabic, that's the translation. Like you put your print finger in someone's life, and the most or the best reward is I still have student, like I'm not old, but like I have been teaching for 16 years. So they wasn't like in grade 3 and 4, and now they are like in medical field, and said like we still remember when you taught us and did this, and we still talk about you. As like that's the best rewarding thing to have, like the impact and people, and part of your project is like impact, and what
Yeah.
what what you're gonna leave for next generation. And
Yeah. I'm really inspired. I'm a theater kid. I have a theater background, and one of my favorite musicals, it came out, I don't know, 2013. I'm just picking a number. Hamilton, that was made by Lin-Manuel Miranda. And I would have to say, it's the story of Alexander Hamilton, one of the founding fathers of the United States of America. He fought in the Revolutionary Army. He was a right hand man to George Washington, and the entire musical is about planting seeds to trees that will never sit under the shade of. And I like that concept and that theme is really what drives me in my life, where I feel like from now until the end of my natural born life, it's really just planting seeds. Some will sprout. I'm going to water all of them. And the question that I'm just asking myself, the question I'm just observing is which ones sprout the biggest, which ones will continue to blossom and bloom after I'm gone.
Yeah.
And like that's the only thing I'm truly committed to in this lifetime.
Yeah, like we're gonna live, so how you'd like to live your life and how you're gonna spend your life and your time here, and it's gonna be like you're gonna spend 24 hours a day. How you gonna spend them? The same thing about your life, like how you're gonna spend them, how your impact, and especially if you have belief, and
Yeah.
so
Well, you touched on something very important, and I would say that also comes back closer to the core of this project. You said, especially if you have belief.
correct.
And what is life and what is motivation? What is doing without a belief back behind that doing, behind that action?
Correct. Well, I came from like a Muslim background, and the main thing, and that's my field and my teaching, is if you don't believe, like if you told someone about anything and they don't believe it, they might just shake their head or listen to it and put from their ears, and so it has to came from like belief system. Are you believing in what are you doing or not? Because if you don't, then has no benefit, like people like try to convince others with ideas, but they don't believe it. Even for me, like in my journey, until I believed I'm a bodybuilder, it took me years. Like I was, came where I came from until I stepped on the stage 2 weeks ago, and then I believed. So you believe in this, and then you're gonna act on it. Like you will not do it. Like even the young generation, if they don't believe of the message, like the religion,
Yeah.
sport, fitness, whatever, they won't do it. That's why we have the opposite of people believe. So it's very very important, and align with purpose of life. Like if you have the belief system and the purpose, if you understand the purpose, then it's gonna equal happiness or not.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. And I definitely feel that I'm speaking with a very like-minded individual. And I suppose the question that comes to my mind is, eh, obviously it's not just two of us who think similarly, but I think about the individuals, like take my brother for example, who his perspective on life is one of complete pessimism, and he expresses his depressive philosophies. Like he considers himself to be depressed. And I ask myself the question, and this is the question I'm always looking to answer, is how do we inspire people that aren't inspired currently? Because if we have the belief that what we do in this lifetime matters for future generations, and that's what compels us to move forward and to leave an impact, why don't other people also have that feeling?
So you said the present and purpose, and like he has to figure it out or express or expose himself to different things until he find his path, his ambition, his goals. Like everyone is different, like it's crazy because everything, every aspect in life, it's the same. Like if you take, for example, discipline, you will not achieve anything in life without this discipline. So purpose, take an example of purpose. If every human understand and realize what's my purpose in life, which is a lot of time I like aligned it with as my religion, is if you understand the purpose of why God created us and how to live the way of life, sometimes you will not have the happiness. For example, money. If people think like money is the happiness, but 100% is not. And when I tried to let my kids believe it, they said, no, absolutely not. So it's, like what is the purpose? So if you have purpose and you figure it out and you follow this purpose, it might lead you to happiness. So I believe like if we have like people, why people go to like addiction or drugs or suicide, because they lose the purpose why I'm here. Or
Mm,
if they don't understand the purpose of life, and part of life is hardship, when people don't understand the hardship, and hardship is part of life, you have to struggle. In bodybuilding, no one gonna sleep. Again, it's all aligned with everything, like religion, purpose of life. You wanna be better person. You wanna be the Natty king. It's hardship and struggle. So if you don't understand this, you will lose the purpose, and it's gonna lead you to the wrong path, no
wow.
matter what.
Wow.
By the
Okay.
way, I didn't expect it gonna be that deep, you know?
I'm I never know. I never know. I always have
I
I
wasn't like, I was like, oh my God, like
yeah, no.
this is very
I
deep.
think you really hit something, man. You really hit something. So, and we don't have to be so binary. But
I'm gonna say salam alaikum salam to Mahmoud. He's like one of my very good friends, and he's
wonderful.
WNBF pro, and he's yeah, he
Nice.
competes in world WNBF world. So
Oh, cool. Is he
yeah, yeah.
competing in November?
No, he's not. He take time off because
Growing.
yeah,
I love
yep,
growing. Yeah, growth. I love it. All right. So you said something. You almost kind of what I saw, the vision that I saw was like two different paths. One path was purpose filled, and you have meaning to your life, and that meaning is to, do the thing that you're meant to do. And then the
correct,
other path is like distraction, addiction, um, stagnation, and everything that takes you away from your path.
correct.
Lack of meaning. Lack of meaning. So could it just be as simple as those are really the two paths for an individual to choose? A life with meaning and a life with purpose and a life without?
Correct. 100%.
And then if we, all right, okay, well, I guess here's the big question. This is the big question. Is it a choice? Do we all have that choice?
Oh, so yes and no. And it's the philosophy in our religion is yes and no at the same time, because everyone like designed to be who they are, but the end of the day, you when you getting older and get mature, you're gonna have the choices to go this path or that path. For example, like that's why we have the reward and punishment system in life in general. And that's why we have law and the prison and punishment and reward. So it's yes and no at the same time. And if someone like, and that's why I'm very curious and watching a lot of documentary about the crime and understand where it came from. Mostly it came from the childhood, their childhood, abusing, bullying, the environment they live in, the history of North America, everything. So, but when they grow up, it's already the path is designed since they were like 7, 8 years old. But if their choices, the end of the day, they made this choice. But it's also at the same time, that's how they grow up and how they designed. So it's yes and no. For example, if someone they like identify medically and like crazy, or they lost their mind, we can't judge them because they are already out of their mind. So in religion and by law, by medical, so it's a very thin line, how you grow up. But when you get mature and you make decision, so make decision, it's your choice. I made the decision to be unhealthy, or I grow up unhealthy, but in one day I made the decision to become healthy.
Yeah, that's difficult though,
So
man.
it's not black and white, by the way.
Yeah.
Like you can say absolute, and that's why about like one thing also judging others. Like I even I teach my kids this, like, because making fun of others, it's cool, and take your video and record someone, but you don't know this person, where he came from, and if I walk this way, you don't know why I walk this way, or I wear this kind of clothes, or so you judge others based on your belief and your perspective, but you don't know the others. It's not black and white, and it's not yes and no, like the absolute. Like you can't say the absolute about anything. So,
Yeah, you can't. You can't. It's tricky, man. It's tricky. And I think the thing that kind of trips me up sometimes is the whole free will. So again, if we were to look at myself and my brother, I've always been considered an incredibly optimistic and hopeful person. The future has always looked bright for as long as I can remember. And my brother is my older brother, and from his perspective, the future has always looked bleak and dark and uninspired. And even within the same household that we were both raised in, two
correct.
very different ideologies and belief systems formed. And you have to keep in mind that his his experience of life as the older brother was slightly different than mine because of just like the order of birth, you know?
Yes, and even like this is also support that, like, even from the same household, from if it's even from the same parents, from the same genes, both of you like became different. Even if it's twins, like, like with that's everyone they have their like own gene, own way of thinking. Like I'm not the same like my brother, and so yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess like and I want to get your perspective on this. Isn't it better to I'm not going to say the word optimistic, but don't you think it's better to
Absolutely. I'm
have
a very optimistic
okay.
guy. I'm
It
I'm very like tomorrow's gonna be better. Again, I always like you have to be opposite. You have to be positive and thinking of when it's a hardship, it might be good for you or you want something now, but it's not happening because this is also in my personal life. I went through hardship and where I came from, and now like my life is getting better. I want to have my pro card, but it's not happening now because I know I'm not have the pro physique yet. So it's just take the reasons for success and rely and put trust in God and keep going. And sometimes the thing you want, it might not good for you for now, which is the big advice my dad gave it to me 20 years ago and still stick in my head. So you have to be positive and you have to think optimistic and think of, or you're gonna be miserable person and everyone around you gonna be miserable.
and yeah, it's just it go I'm in agreement with you, but is it a choice? Is it a choice to be optimistic? Is it a choice to like be miserable?
This is a behavior and like changing behavior, one of the difficult things. You can't change your son's behavior. My son, when he was 3 years old or 2 years old, or since he born, he stubborn like me. I can't change him from to be stubborn to be flexible. I can't change some perspective of things, or like even with my student, like one of them last Friday said like, I wish I can prove you wrong. I said like, how about just like be easy and think about what I'm saying and align with it, and maybe it's getting better. So it's you can't change behaviors. It's just adjust the perspective, and sometimes hardship or struggle, or like I don't know if you follow Fuad Abiyad, bro chat. He had surgery, and after he said like he's 47 years old, and perspective of life or things in life has been doing it And now, after the incident, he had a motorcycle incident, he changed perspective on life. So sometimes, like things like my way of thinking changed when I came from Egypt to Canada. So if I stayed lived in Egypt, it might be the same.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's again, it has to came from belief system, and you choose to make the decision to do this. So yeah, like some people like even in relationship, like some people like opposite of way of thinking, so you can't change it. You just try to figure out how to make it work. So if I'm positive and optimistic and others like look always to, like the dark side of this, something maybe bigger gonna happen and they change the way of thinking, or, like people after severe or incident or trauma or thing big happened to them, they change the religion or their belief or the way of eating, or,
Hmm.
so
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. And honestly, the my interpretation is that we do what we do. Like we just do the best that we can, be
yep,
positive influences, promote positivity, promote optimism, and then it goes out. It becomes a part of the environment that other people are being exposed to. And my goal as a storyteller and filmmaker and things of that nature is to expand the environment. So if
correct.
if
And
I'm a
also
positive, yeah.
plus around this as well, like the surrounding, like who's surrounded by you and who's your influencer and who's your friendship or who's
Hmm.
support system. Now, like I when I'm getting old, I'm 36 years old, so 30, like
Wow. You're 56?
30, 30.
I was about to say, I was about to start throwing plates.
Yeah, 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 no, no, no. Because when I say 30, people like think I said 50. So no, 3 6. So now like about like I have very like a few brothers or friendship around me who's the same like belief system or not belief system, like supporting what are you doing, because I don't have time to waste around some people who's like put me down or dragging me, or so with like the message you are sending or you believe on it and you want to support it, we don't have time to waste, or someone who's like make fun of you or don't like drag you down, or like when I came here and I started to find people like they are negative complaining. I was like, listen, you have two options: either you stop complaining and work towards your goals, or you're gonna set same who you are, and a lot of people gonna pass you and you're gonna still complaining. Like if someone told me in transformation, oh but I can't, oh but this, I said bye, salam, like I'll see you. Because if you started to complain and like make excuses, and this is my two things, like no excuses and never give up, these my two principles in life in general.
Hmm.
Oh, Canada's too cold, hi. Canada's too cold. Oh, it's snowing. Oh, I can't go to the gym because of this. Oh, I can't work because of that. I was like, okay, bye, see ya. But the others gonna keep working and keep doing their job and and they're gonna achieve their goals. And you're gonna say like, oh wow, how you did that? Simple. Like I didn't sit down and complain and make fun of others. So this is also one of my perspective, and like I need just the people who's the same vision and mission and supporting what I'm believing on. And the support, you don't need to waste your energy and your time of convincing others or
Yeah, you're really I'm really getting like a very I keep going back to this whole binary thing where it's a growth mindset or a stagnation mindset.
yeah,
It's the difference between a problem oriented individual and a solution oriented
Correct.
individual.
Correct.
And I mean, I would love to split up the world into just those two different factions, individuals who are always looking to better themselves, grow, and solve problems, and the other individuals who are saying like, "Oh, I can't do this because I can't do this because," and I'm just going to stay here.
Yes.
And I don't know. I guess I asked the questions like, okay, what's the percentage? Like, what's the split on that? Is it 50-50? I don't think it is.
No, I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
well, if you look at also like the followers and leaders at the same,
Mm,
like I think it's also same thing. Like you're gonna have leaders and followers, and even in character, personalities, in action, in like life, right? So I think the majority is the opposite of like they think negative or followers or make excuses because from health perspective, is the majority are healthy or the majority is, so I think it's the opposite. Is the Are we living in better place or in worse place? I think it's worse place.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't think it's 50-50. No, I don't think so. I
All
think
right.
it's
So you're hitting some very good points. So okay, let's dial back for a second. Transformation. You've gone through a transformation physically that
correct.
has also resulted in well, would you agree that it's also resulted in a mental and spiritual transformation as well?
Absolutely,
Okay,
100%. So, by the way, one day maybe I'd like to write a book
I love that.
about the principle of becoming healthy and the same principle as a individual religion slash Muslim or belief in religion. The same principle is exact, which drive me crazy because we have so many principles in our religion. One of them is as a Muslim, for example, we pray 5 times every day. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so that's translate to discipline. Then in health, you have to be healthy and your mindset is healthy. It's not weekdays and weekend you shut it down and became eating junk, right? So absolutely my transformation is 100% aligned with who I am as a person, even like to be natty or not. Like, we have fake natty, and then I have like so many people, and then they say, well, but something like SARM is because if you compete in this organization, they are okay. As like, okay, now I'm a teacher and I teach my student to be honest. So I'm gonna take God knows how by injection or pills, whatever, SARM, and then I wake up this morning and take picture. I'm natty, lifetime natty.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. Like
No.
if I teach my student to be honest,
Yeah.
and my religion teach me to be honest, then I have to be honest in bodybuilding. So it's so many principle to be healthy. It's aligned with if you have again discipline or consistency or goals or be better and it's healthy, right? Like we say, you look at yourself like in for example in bodybuilding when you compete, like first time you compete, not the second show, not like after 5 years. So every year you get better, which mean you improve yourself. It's the same thing in like improvement. No one is perfect. This is part of health, and you will not be the first show. You will earn your pro card, which is everyone believe. Like, my first show, I'm gonna earn my pro card. I'm gonna overall winner. I thought that's like 2023. I was like, oh,
So
I'm
did
gonna
I.
like,
So did I. I thought it
you
too.
know.
Yeah.
But then after time, even I was talking with Gary, and he said like growth. Like
Mm-hmm.
if I'm like grateful for something in bodybuilding, it's growth. Again, I compete first time as a bodybuilder 2023. This year, I believe, just after 2 years, I believe, oh no, I'm a bodybuilder now. So growth. So yeah, like my transformation is aligned with who I am, and actually like taught me like about like never give up. It's something easy to say, but to live it and to see it and to breathe and every day you do it, Yeah, it took time. So,
So, so I
mhm.
wanna I wanna dive a bit deeper. You said that you've been teaching for 16 years
Yes, correct.
and you've been bodybuilding for 2 years, right?
Correct.
How long have you been in Canada?
2018, I came to Canada.
Okay, so I'm terrible at math.
7
2025.
years, 7 years.
So thank you. Okay. How long have you been on your transformation journey?
So I started my transformation 2019. I was 360 pounds. I'm 5'8", so I'm not
Hmm.
like, I'm average.
Hmm.
Then when I came to Canada, I used to live in like around area in Ottawa, the capital city, and then I see people like 60 and 70 with white hair and running. And I was 29 years old and I couldn't run to catch the bus. So this is like, like when it just hit me, I cried.
Yeah, yeah.
Cried. I was like, holy, I'm 29 years old and I couldn't run to catch the bus, to take it. Then I said like, enough is enough. Like
Hmm.
that's it. And I started by myself, like changing again belief. So it's again the same word back to belief system. How I started with small steps, like very random. I don't know anything about calories, macros, protein, carb. I have no idea what is this. But I started to. I eat. Of course, you eat junk food. You eat unhealthy. You live unhealthy. So I started. I said, you know what? I'm gonna take it step by step, which is also part in our religion. Like in our religion, you can't say like you came from left. Absolutely, next day you're gonna be right. It
Hmm.
doesn't
Hmm.
work like this. You
I
have to
like
take
that.
step.
Yeah,
It's step by step.
yeah.
So I started to do it step by step. Like instead of eating from outside every day, I started to, you know what, 3 days a week. So I replaced bad habit with a good habit. I eat healthy, consistent for a long period. And then I started doing this by myself for like almost 1 year. And then after this, I lost around 30 pounds by myself. Then while this, I'm very nerd by like I'm nerd. I like to do research, read, download, save everything. Like this is why I'm a teacher. Then I started to see like online coaching, and I point about a few coaches. I choose one of them. He started coaching me for 1 year and a half. Now I went down to 200, from 350 to 210, 20 pound. It was a huge change in my life. So over 2 years. Then also my nerd told me it should be some reward for the people who lost weight. It's not just bodybuilding. And I wasn't like big fan of bodybuilding at this time. I just, started to, it was like at the end of 2021, I started to introduce to bodybuilding, and because I was working out and the gym and all these things, then I started to go, even I didn't know the word transformation in English. So I asked my coach, what is the, like when you lost weight in Arabic, what is the word? And I started to Google
Hmm.
if any transformation competition happening, or is this is exist, until I introduced to WNBF, to RBT, to a few federation. And I did my first transformation 2022, and it was my turning point. Like my judges said, like the judges said, you looks good, you can be bodybuilder. And okay, then I came 2023. I changed my coach from Egypt to Amber Fitness 2023, and he's very deep in mindset and pushing, and he killed me. So I had my best looks in 2023. And then after I did my first bodybuilding show, I had a loose skin because, like I had a big, big stomach. Then I did my loose skin surgery, which is very costly, but it was another turning point in my life. Then I took 2 years off. Then I changed to Leroy, if you know Leroy.
Shout out Leroy.
Yep, he's my coach now, and he's actually started to take me deep to what's next level in bodybuilding. So I have been with him for 1.5 years now. We did WNBF 2 weeks ago, and we have my last show for this season next 2 weeks. So I'm 2 weeks out.
Let's go.
So yeah, bodybuilding is my life.
I love
Uh,
that.
yep. I know my wife from also like fitness, and now we are married. So it's
That's amazing. That's
yep.
amazing. I also want to get a wife from fitness.
But you got a wife from fitness, but she's not competing, because it won't work.
Okay. Okay. I
Got
get
a
it.
one like my wife she was going to compete, but she didn't like it. I said, oh, if you step on the stage, you either gonna love it so much or you're gonna hate it so much. I don't
Hmm.
think someone gonna. That's my perspective, and so yeah, like to prep and
Yeah. Okay. So I would like to draw a clear distinction between the man you were before you used the statement, bodybuilding is my life, and the man you are today who perceives that identity.
okay.
So how did you, obviously it's like a course of like a lifetime, but how did you get to 350 pounds? Like what was your lifestyle like?
So
What was
I
happening in your
grew
head?
yeah I grew up as a chubby kid,
Okay.
like even when I born, I think I was like, I don't know, God knows, like 10 pound. I don't know, like I don't know. I was big kid,
Mm-hmm.
and that's my entire childhood. And in high school, I was 220 pound,
Okay.
and I thought like why God created me like this? I look around me, everyone is like look skinny and they look and in high school, it was like very dark moment for me, and then I went to like it used to be has like I think it's until today like nutrition doctor. You go to
Mm-hmm.
nutrition, like so I went to a nutrition doctor and he put me in diet, but I did like extreme diet when I was in high school. So I lost 60 pound in 2 months.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
and then I gained them again in 2 years. And then I hated it. Anything talking about diet, hated it. Like like again, I born in 1989. So when I started, this was 2004. Like when I don't know if 20 years ago, like take a hot shower and it's gonna burn your fat.
Mm-hmm.
I used to wear a garbage bag and run for like 6 kilometer.
Yeah.
Like all
Yeah.
these.
Yeah.
I did all these, things like 20 years ago, no internet, no, like,
That's a very good point, man. Like we don't think about those times anymore, you know?
yeah, I was so scared. People walking the street and one of them shake hands said, I'm so sorry, do you have cancer? I was like, oh my goodness, even if I have cancer, you can't just shake my hand and ask me, like, that's in
That's true.
Egypt, by the way, like,
Yeah.
so people couldn't realize how I look. 60 pounds in 2 months, and then after like university, get like working, and I get overweight again and getting big until 29. Like so 29 years old when I started to like internet and Facebook was big at this time, was 2000 around 2014 to 2020, so I was involved in like try to lose weight and try to do this until I made the decision it's enough is enough. So that was 2019 until 2020. So let's say like the belief system as a bodybuilding is just 2 weeks ago. 2023, I competed as a bodybuilder, but I didn't uh, believe I belonged there. I had the physique, I had the look, but I'm still like, yeah, transformation. Every once in a while, I post my before picture until I step on the stage October 11th. I did my bodybuilding, my posing, and then I get out of stage. I told my wife, yeah, I think I'm a bodybuilder. I'm done with. Even I have to. I was. I did the transformation because I also had one message. If you watch, I did a interview with Fitness. Shout out to Dion. He's one of the people who like supported me very well. I did the transformation for one reason. As a transformation, you can be a bodybuilder one day. So even I was overweight, if someone 7 years ago said, "Hey, by the way, you're gonna be a bodybuilder and wear a trunk," and I'm gonna say like, "Get the frick out of here," like. So it came also from belief. So yeah, the transition, and it take time. Same thing, like when I came from overweight, it take time. You want to be a better person. Your project, you said 2028, it's gonna take time. So it's aligned with everything.
What I find fascinating is, so I'm looking for like the word to articulate it, but in essence, the what would you say has changed about your mindset between, it's like there was a moment where you made a decision because like you'd already lost weight before, like you'd lost the 60 pounds, and then
Correct.
you put the weight back on,
Correct.
and you said around 2019 you made the decision, okay, I'm done. you
Yes.
couldn't you couldn't make it to the bus,
Correct.
right? And that was like
And
a,
so can I make it the bus? My lower back collapsed,
oh, okay,
and I stay in the floor for 3 days. I
got
couldn't.
it. You couldn't move.
No. Like imagine, because also like as a 5'8" guy,
Mm-hmm.
the majority of my weight was in my stomach and my lower body. So it was very heavy in my body. So my lower back was in pain all the time. Then also my knees was hurting. Like I couldn't even take the stairs. Like to go like first stair, or it was very very challenging.
So your body was just kind of talking to you. Your
Yes,
body was just,
screaming.
yeah, your body was
Screaming.
screaming. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you heard it and you're like, you know what? I think I think something's got to be done about this.
Yes. I
And
when I
that's
step in the stage in the scale, and it was like this 355.9. I was like, I'm done. Like I cried when I was in the on top of the scale, and it's like
mhm.
I have to do something. Either like again, you remember when I said it's our choice? I was praying just one day the car hit me and I die, or I make the decision and became healthy. So it was a very dark moment, but you have to choose which path you'd like. I was hoping I was die or some. I didn't have the gut to suicide, or because I have belief as well. Like, and suicide is forbidden in our religion. So I was like, I have to make like the choice. So yeah, it was. And wearing clothes, I was struggling with wearing clothes. Like I used to wear size 54. Now I wear like 31. So, so it,
Yeah. So I love what you're saying, and I think it's a very inspirational story. The question that is, because what I've seen this, I'm familiar with this concept of like rock bottom, right?
yep,
Would you
yep,
say
yep.
that you hit rock bottom?
Oh, yeah, 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 100%.
Right. And then you hit that rock bottom, and then it's like, okay, it's either die right
Correct,
now or climb out of rock bottom. And
correct,
you've been climbing ever since.
correct.
And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. The question I ask now, as a storyteller and an individual who is committed to improving the quality of life around the world, does every individual, is it a requirement to hit rock bottom, or can we inspire people to make a choice before they hit rock bottom and to start pursuing the best version of themselves?
Oh, wow. This one is very deep. And of course, I'm not like a doctor or
Yeah, we're just talking.
professor, but I think it also depends where you came from. Like if you know, I think if you look all the greatest in sports, in philosophy, in religion, the majority of them hit this rock bottom. I think. Like if you look at Arnold or Muhammad Ali or Malcolm X or these the people I look up to. Uh, I think the majority of them hit, or they had this mindset of hardship, like to
Mm.
be the greatest. So I think I think the majority struggled. Let we say all they struggled. They came from struggle. They don't came from this comfy life.
I see what you're getting at.
Like our prophet in our religion, he was orphan. He get tortured by his people until he shined. Like, so it's a line where like, to have a gold, you have to put it on fire or iron, you know. So I think, yeah, greatest or to came like I have to like in bodybuilding now I have to serve my time. I have to suffer to get in 6% body fat. It won't happen in your first show, and it won't happen when you are eating all your comfy food and junk food. So I think struggling slash like hit the bottom, I think, yeah, you have to. Like,
Okay.
I don't think like to become the greatest in anything. Like, you know, my wife, she came like she struggled a lot, and now she's doing good in her life, but she went through hell in her life, hardship, until she feel now she's stable in her life. Like I
Right.
don't think anyone, even the people we look up to, or they have a lot of money or great and things, like I think the story of Amazon, he started in his small room and his computer and idea. And you know, like so struggle, hardship, hit the rock bottom. I don't think if I was 50-50, like if I was 200 pounds,
Mm.
I don't think I will be, maybe, I don't think, if you are okay, where are you now? You will not be better. Like if someone said, well, in my work, for example, in your work, for example, well, I'm okay with where I am, then you're going to be in this level all the time. But if you said no, no,
Complacency.
no, yeah.
Yeah,
If you said no, no,
complacency.
no,
Yeah.
I like to be better. I want to be like a manager. I want to be owning this company. I want to be leader. You will not be in this 50-50 mindset. You have to. I'm gonna work harder. I'm gonna.
Okay. But so I think we just opened up another lane. So first it was purpose filled, meaningful growth mindset, solution based mindset, and then the other one was stagnant, problem oriented, and a lack of growth. And now there's a third one, which is complacency and not desire.
Hardship.
Well, I feel like hardship goes in purpose filled, but for the individual who is complacent with their current stake or their current status, it's like okay, they like their routine. Maybe like isn't the right word, but they are resigned to it. Where it's like this is my lot in life, this is my fate, this is my daily routine, and
Okay with
I'm
it.
okay with it. We'll use okay with it, and that's almost like another life path separate from the other two.
Correct.
Yeah, how do we feel about that one?
Um, that's gonna be the difference between the greatest and the like. If you look at Kobe Bryant, he's one of my
Yeah,
heroes as well.
yeah,
He used to like rest his soul in peace. He said, "I was the first one who go to the gym,
yes,
practice,
yes,
and I stay in purpose the last one at the gym." And that's why he became Kobe Bryant. So
right.
it's gonna separate between who's the greatest and who's not.
Hmm.
So it's gonna be the end of the day, the choice you make, that you consistency, repetitive, and you feel like you're gonna do, like when people in workout, when people say to the failure, none of us actually go to the actual failure until you feel like you're gonna pass out,
Yeah,
and that's how it's gonna show the greatest in your physique.
yeah.
So I think the answer is yes. You have to hit the darkest, the deepest, the lowest to be the greatest.
So this is for people who actually want that.
Hmm.
So these are two athletes talking to one another who are desiring of greatness. How do we
Yep.
feel about the individual or the group of people who the concept of greatness is something, I'm not even going to use the word unattainable, but like why pursue it?
Um, so we're gonna with these people we're gonna talk a different language, and like I'm gonna speak English and they're gonna speak Mandarin, so we will not understand each other. That's why I said surrounding people around.
Mm.
Like my student came to me, like, so because I'm a religion, they call me sheikh, like a priest. Why you are not eating with us, like when we have like potluck, or just eat this? Is like that's my, like, because I want to be better. So you are out of the norm. I even just post about like my story. So I can't have a conversation with these people. And even I said, if you are a healthy person or you want to be better, you will not surround on people every day. Their Uber eat is all junk food and they hang out and they drink. They cannot be your friends. So the individual who's not understanding our message or the way of living, they call us crazy. One of my wife's friends, she said, but I think your husband is doing extreme. I said, I'm sorry, but the extreme makes me healthy, and I'm gonna be in 60 and 70 still doing this crazy stuff and going to the stage with my trunk, and like, so these people, they can't be, they will not understand us, and we will not I said, what are you talking about? So we're gonna speak different language, meaning it's two different
And I,
mindset.
yeah, and I guess uh, again, as a passionate storyteller, I ask myself, is there a way to bridge the gap? And
Yes, absolutely.
okay,
So that's why I did the transformation. That's why I did interviews. That's why I did the new you or the transformation this year. Even I was done because I wanna bring someone who's still in in the middle of, or they think it's impossible, because 350-pound guy now, maybe he said, he look at me and he think I born with six abs. But they didn't know I paid 50K to have my surgery for my loose skin, or I spent 7 years, and it took me 7 years to become where I am. So that's why like, even in your story, I hope also, like, to have, I know it's like about the greatest, but how about the people between in the middle? Like,
yeah,
by the way, I'm not a pro, so, and you are accepted or you are welcomed me in your storyteller.
yeah,
So, like, and I asked Gary, how long have you been working out? He said since I was 13.
yeah,
So he's now 39. So
yeah,
it took him 26 years.
yeah,
So, of course, maybe after 20 years, I will be one of the greatest, but it's going to take me 27 years. So but I inspired by these people. So I want to take the people who's not in my level now to tell them, hey, come with me. I'm here, and let's go together. And one day you're gonna be in my spot, and maybe I will, like I told even the Dion, when I did the interview, I said next one I will have, God willing, my pro card. But I didn't. I'm not. I wasn't born an athletic guy. I was, So yes, I hope with your story, it's for everyone. Like, why Arnold now? He's Arnold. He's, everyone knows him. Chris Thomas said, like, but also it's not realistic. But us as a Natty, it's realistic.
so one of my core themes, I've got like, as a storyteller, I'm all about like what's the theme, what's the core emotional resonance that I'm looking for people to take away from this story. And one of the ones that I keep going back to is the saying or the theme that feats aren't genetic. Feats are not genetic, which is to suggest that any individual can do great things regardless of
100%.
any person. A person,
100%.
yeah, like you could be born without the use of your sight or without the use of your legs, and it does not prevent you from achieving greatness.
Correct.
And then it becomes my job to provide a compelling argument as to like why would a person without sight decide to pursue greatness. And I just think it makes for a more exciting experience of life. That's just my opinion.
And realistic and reliable to so many people who think it's impossible,
Right.
which
Yeah.
is I look up to the wheelchair competitor, or they achieve what they achieved, and I
Yes.
said like they are the real heroes, not us.
Yeah.
Who's even lost 200 pound, or this is something, but someone came from alternative, or these the real heroes. So again, it's go back to they don't believe in making excuses, or they give up.
Yeah.
So that's if we can spread the message of I did it, so do you. I started it, and can you? Where I am now and where I came from, I wasn't, born in all these, amazing things. No, I struggled. You're struggling right now, but if you decided to do it and you believed it and you make the decision and the choice, you will be this. And of course, it's came back to the same debate as about like bodybuilding is genetic or it's work ethic. It's both. Some people has the best genetic ever, but they can't achieve the best, and someone is hard worker. So of course, if you have someone have both, yes, it's gonna go down to who gonna nail it. But most of the time they don't. So
Yeah.
if and also as a human, we love to make excuses. It's cold
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
I can't. It's hard. But if you cut these excuses, my student grade 5 said, I don't have time. I was like, excuse me? What do you mean you don't have time? Like, so excuses is the easiest way. Oh, because, so if we, as you said, like, cut the gap, this is going to be like, that's going to go to all our belief system, which is one of the biggest message is to live healthy and believe in the principle of living healthy because it's equals happiness and longevity. So,
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, definitely aligns with what I see. So yeah, I think what it is, what I'm getting is the complacency of like the current, like let's say, all right, you come into this environment, and in this environment, it's kind of normalized to eat junk food and to like
mhm,
not prioritize your health and wellness, right? And then people become complacent in that. They get fatter and they get more sedentary, and their quality of life decreases due to the
correct,
fact that the environment has normalized that kind of behavior, right?
correct,
Our job as bodybuilders and athletes and storytellers and influencers is to kind of change the environment by
correct,
exposing them to different influences that will change how they think about their own quality of life.
correct.
So it's like it's literally shifting the perspective of not being okay with complacency,
Hmm.
and now so starting to prioritize growth really is the only mindset that should be adopted within humans.
Correct. 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
And spread the message. And it's our job, like I said, like I reborn, like I use this word. I reborn since I became healthy. I was someone who was wishing to die to now looking. Now I look up to the grandmaster or
Mm.
people who's like me and my wife, we met one guy. His name is Chang. He's 77 years old. He's competed in WNBF as a grandmaster. So I
I
look up
love
to
that.
these people.
Yeah, yeah,
So so we are in the middle. So I teach my kids be healthy and live healthy to live longevity. And it's not just about health. That's the thing. Like now,
yeah.
when I look up to like bodybuilding, every one step on the stage has a story.
Mm-hmm.
Story of struggle, story of came from fighting cancer, divorce, relationship, financial, whatever. You know, people came here in Canada. I'm one of them. I was refugee. You know, like I struggled in my own country. So everyone step on the stage has a story, and that's why I love about your mission. It's storyteller. It's not, oh, look at whatever, you know, like look at Bada. Oh yeah, of course, because he's this. Oh yeah, 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 because no, no, he's a human. He has a struggle, and he became one of the greatest by the principle he believed and achieved and take step. It's not like, oh, because yeah, Ronnie Coleman, of course he bought. I love the word of Ronnie Coleman when they accused him. He said, I didn't complain. I came number
Oh, I
15. I didn't
saw that.
complain. I came number
Yeah,
13.
I
I didn't
saw that.
complain.
Yeah,
Now, yeah, he was 16th in Olympia. But people look, oh yeah, yeah, look at Ronnie Coleman. It's
yeah,
no, it's not. No, he's
yeah,
struggling. He worked in pizza place.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
Big
yeah,
Ronnie is one of like our in our country. He fought 6 years until he got, you know, like eighth place, sixth place, seventh place, second place, seventh place again. So it's a struggle. It's a story. Like no, none of these people like born like no. You have to the work ethic. Maybe also this word as well, like the work ethic. Do you have it? You know. So yeah, I hope the story will like click. And the end of the day, it's you spread the message, and you don't know like when I teach my students say like yeah, one word or one act or one reaction click in their head, stay with them, and it's either good or bad. The same thing with the criminal. One trauma, one situation, one thing happen, change their life. So you don't know who's gonna click with your message and what is the impact, small or big. It's just what I is, you know. So yeah,
amen.
it's
I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, my kid is
yep, yep,
getting rowdy, but this was amazing. I definitely want to work with you more. I think that we
absolutely,
need to tell more stories of transformation, and I love the word reborn.
yep,
So I think there's a lot of opportunity for us to continue to collaborate. And let's just call this an
absolutely,
introduction. Thank you so much for hopping on the Zoom call this past Sunday.
absolutely, brother. It was my
So
pleasure. Thank you
yeah,
for coming.
we're gonna keep working together.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
Okay.
Next show's in 2 weeks. Kill
Yep.
it, and I'm sure we'll talk before then.
Absolutely, brother.
All right,
Absolutely.
brother. Thank you
God
so
bless.
much. All right.
Thank you. Bye bye.